Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Very excited. Coming off a great environment on a Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Great crowd. Um, Beautiful weather. Couldn't be more excited with things we got done versus Bowling Green. I thought, again, all three phases really complement each other. Defense came out, lights out, start to finish. Unbelievable field position. Offensively, took us a while to kind of get going. But really, I just the energy of the crowd reflected on our football team, and Bowling Green got up early. Our guys didn't waver, didn't flinch, just kept playing, and off we went. Some really outstanding performances. The turnovers were huge in the game. You can say that's the difference. CJ with his first start, I thought handled things extremely well. Um, we took some shots. He hit them. He missed some, but you know what? The ones he missed in the right spot. And so, he was calm, command of the offense. CA continues to just get stronger as the season goes on. There's so many outstanding performances in the game, but I got again, we've got the best fan base on the planet, and I mentioned this after the game. I'm going to say it again, but going into halftime, the crowd was supercharged, man, and it helped our football team. So I know we're gonna see that same passion and energy in Detroit. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Please introduce yourself first.
Coach Eric Decker with the Athens Messenger. Going into this week, there's only two teams in the conference averaging 130 a game. It's you guys in Toledo. So what are you impressed with their offense so far?
Yeah, everything goes through their quarterback. I know that they've played a couple different ones with whatever the reasons. I think maybe one's injury related, but both of those guys are extend plays, accurate passers. They can take off. They can hurt you with the run game. You got to be conscious with the quarterback run game, called stuff, and then also creating, whether it be scrambling or moving in the pocket. They do a good job with their eyes downfield. There's some weapons. He's got some weapons there. You don't have those numbers that you just referenced without having guys. Running back wise, they got two capable runners. Forgive me on the receiver's name. They can stretch the field. So it'll be another huge challenge for our defense, Coach Nowinski and the staff, about getting help to the receivers. But you got to be mindful of the running game because they can do both, and it should be a whale of a game.
Aiden Crowley with WLUB. Coach, you've had about a week to sit with the win. Has it kind of hit you? And if so, when did it kind of hit you?
Absolutely. It was, it was a great Thanksgiving. I don't know what to be thankful for, but it was a lot of fun playing on Tuesday, and then knowing that you earned it. You earned a spot into the championship game, and got to spend some time with your family. I'm so happy for the coaches to be able to get home and be with their wives and kids and enjoy the win. And so, but we started Friday after Thanksgiving, bright and early, in preparation for the game, and the team meeting Friday evening, and we are in full swing. I think today's Monday, so we're like back to normal. Monday's a Monday, routine, and we're gonna just prepare like we do, and one at a time.
Ashley Beach with the Post. Coach, Toledo's defense has allowed the least total yards and yards per game. What is your plan to push past that?
It'll be a challenge. I think stat wise, they're the number one defense in the league, and they are. And we got a chance to see them last year, and they really got after us. Coach Candle and his staff they do a great job. Coach Candle's one of my personal good friends. He was one of the first guys to text me after the Bowling Green game. He's a good friend of mine. I admire what he's gotten done. He was a coordinator. I was a coordinator. A lot of great conversations as assistant coaches over the years, and he got a chance to take over, and now me. And so I appreciate that relationship. But they did a great job against us last year, and their front seven is dominant, and they've got a back end to match it. The numbers are the numbers. So they say they're really, really good, and they are. I think multi-pressure, multi-front. They're the two defensive linemen, forgive me, number 1 and number 94. We're gonna have to know where they are at all times, and be smart with. We're gonna have to pick and choose our spots, but we've got to continue to take care of the football in this kind of game. We're going to have to be sound in special teams to give us our best chance.
With your guys' goals and dreams so close to the finish line at this point, are there any struggles, or is there anything to do with, I guess, keeping your team grounded and making sure that they're not getting too far ahead of themselves?
I think the experience of the football team it's gonna take care of itself. I've had just some small comments to the team about want to know, and hey, we've earned to be in this position. As you said earlier, there's 2 teams practicing right now, and we're one of the 2. So let's take full advantage of it and not get emotional because it's finally here. Let's just do what we've been doing, with laser focus on preparation and playing our best 4 quarters on Saturday that's kind of been our battle cry all year long, and that's what the staff's going to challenge them to do.
And then, kind of branching off of that a little bit, CJ has kind of a homecoming game, I guess, in a way for him. How do you kind of keep him focused, keep him grounded, and then how has he looked? Kind of.
Yeah, I can't. He looks the same to me. I mean, yesterday, they were in meetings. I come off the elevator right here and was going to pop in the quarterback room and just say a few things, and Coach Isfring was in there, and all 4 quarterbacks were in there, taking notes, including Curtis, and CJ's right next to him. So it's just normal. I mean, and so CJ's it's normal. I mean, that's what they do, and that's why that you see CJ taking command of the offense. He knows it, and just on a Sunday, CJ's in there doing what CJ does, and so. I don't anticipate CJ being it's a home game, but he is from the Detroit area, as we all know, and I'm sure he's excited. I'm sure his mom and dad are super proud, as we all are, and I'm looking forward to watching him enjoy this week and go and leading us up to Detroit.
So all 3 of Toledo's conference losses this season have been teams that you've beat. Does that give you any confidence going into this game?
I didn't even realize that. I knew a couple of them, but yeah, no, because it comes down to Saturday. Who plays the best on Saturday, right? And we're definitely not going to change anything that we've been doing in preparation, as I said earlier. But our football team has found ways to win games different ways, right? And field position 1 week, turnovers, whatever. And so it's whatever team can find that formula. Every game's a different 60-minute identity. I've said many times, and it's going to be a different 60-minute identity in Detroit. And it's going to be the team that executes the best. It's going to come out on top.
For something a little bit different, Coach, I'm not sure if you've seen, but recently you guys have been getting a little bit of national recognition at College Game Day. There was a sign that said Rank Ohio. You got a couple of AP votes. How cool is that to kind of see you guys starting to get a little traction on the national scale? It's
a fair question. I think it's great for our wonderful university. We got so many great things going on here, not only in the academic arena, but in our athletics department. And it's a great opportunity for our fan base and to get our brand out there. And so hopefully those types of things can continue. And if we can play well on Saturday, it'll give us our best chance.
Coach, with kind of some of the other results around college football this weekend, are you guys feeling any more added pressure to bring a conference title back to Ohio?
There was a lot of really great games. I got a chance to watch a few of them because of the break. A couple days off. But added pressure, absolutely not. You know, to be honest, it's been a great year. This journey's not over, and win or lose, this football team has had a remarkable season. I want it to go well for so many reasons. And we're going to prepare to make sure we get that done. But added pressure, no way. We're going to enjoy the moment and smile and laugh and the coaching staff's going to keep raising the bar. Don't get me wrong, and hold them to that standard. But we're going to enjoy it.
CA's health's been a little spotty recently. How has that impacted the run game in the past few weeks?
He has showed an enormous amount of toughness because he continues to get yards after contact, and it runs extremely hard. He's got a little bit of a turf toe issue. It's a painful thing, but we're smart with him early in the week. Having the extra days has helped him. He looked probably as good as he's looked since early in the season yesterday, moving around, because he got 3 days off, I think. That was huge, and not just for him, but hopefully that they're off today. Hopefully that will help, and he'll keep getting stronger because we're gonna need him versus that front seven for sure.
Speaking of CA, he's just shy of 120 yards short of 1,000 yards on the season. You guys are 1,700 yards rushing and 3,500 yards passing. How happy are you with the balance of your offense this year?
It's exciting, and to be able to win games with one or the other or both. It's helps the play calling. And when you're one dimensional, that's when it gets tough, And so I think that the success of it, the guys up front, and then you get Curtis has had an amazing year. He better be player of the year. I'll just say it. And he's surrounded by some great players as well, and those numbers are because of their hard work and what they went through in the off season. And I'm happy for those guys. And I'll leave it at that.
There are a little bit of some individual awards for your team this week. Key got East Defensive Player of the Week, and CJ got Offensive Player of the Week. Just what can you say about those guys and what they did last week and what you hope they'll do this week?
CJ, I've said, I'm happy for him, and I could well deserved. And just overall to come in and his first start and get that done is speaks volumes to what kind of person he is, and his belief in his teammates, and the confidence that he has in his teammates. And on Key, he's had a phenomenal year. What he's been through, missed 2 seasons and battled for that injury. It's been tough. So it's a tough, and he is just he's just a warrior. And it took him a couple of games to knock some rust off, but man, he is flying around. And I think he went double digit tackles from last week. He's on the edge, for our defense. And that's great for our guys. There's guys that feed off of that, and he's a natural leader for that side of the ball. And I hope that he's a little banged up, has yet to practice. I think he'll be fine, but I know his ability to lead this football team has been it's been really phenomenal. It really has.
Just kind of branching off that again, Coach, you have a couple players who have battled back from some pretty serious injury. I think it kind of shows on the field. What would a win Saturday mean for those guys who have battled back from injuries like Key's?
Yeah, I really probably couldn't put it in words. Just for the and I experienced. I never really been injured where a surgery. All right, I've been beat up and those types of things in my long time ago. But I share that with you as I went through shoulder surgery last year, and the rehab of it. And I can't imagine, going through a surgery and the rehab piece of this with academics and being a competitor and missing what you love. And because it was tough on me just from the rehab piece of it. All right. And I don't have to, and I'm not missing games and missing with being with my team and the academic piece of that. And it really opened my eyes into how I view some of that stuff. And I'm to be straight honest with you. So I admire all the guys that have gone through that. And I think that's part of our journey right now with where this team is. And I think that they're enjoying it. And it's great momentum leading into this opportunity that we have in front of us.
Okay, Coach, I have two questions on behalf of Mitch Stacy. First, Ohio University hasn't won a MAC championship since 1968, one of the longest droughts in D1 football. How much more significance does that add to this game, and how much more responsibility do you feel because of that?
The 1968 team, I think, is what they're probably referring to. The last conference championship, we respect and honor the Coach Hess and the entire era. But the 68 team was the last one, and it doesn't affect our team and our journey and what we're trying to get done. I'm glad that it's a great question, and that speaks volumes to Coach Hess and the era and that team. But this is our journey, and we're going to go about our business day, today and tomorrow, and do what we've been doing, and focus on playing our best ball Saturday.
And last question, how critical was the transfer portal in assembling this year's team, and do you think that you'd still be in this position playing for a title if those transfer opportunities didn't exist?
Absolutely, we would. Okay, but I'll start with the first part of that. The portal is a part of college football, and I think it's meant to be a positive thing. I see all sides of it. We've had a few guys that have chose to not be on this team because they want to get on the field. Sam Wiglis is the grad transfer, but he could have gone without the portal. But my point is, he wanted to get on the field, and that's what it's for. Sam Wiglis is here. He wanted to start and play football, and he's been given that opportunity because of the portal. But this football team was not built on transfer portal. It is not. We've got 4-year guys, 5-year guys, some 6-year guys with COVID that chose Ohio because it's great academics and our support staff and our athletic department and all those things. And that's why we're here. The portal's a tool that is out there, used the right way. And our journey is built on our core values and the collegiate athletes that we recruit. And I could not be more excited for our staff and this football team leading into championship week.
You talk about the support staff. You talk about how you're all coming together. We've seen a lot of football as family branding recently. How do you feel that the Ohio football family has really come together over this past season? Yeah,
that is a great question. I'm going to try to keep my emotions intact, but I really appreciate it because I mentioned this about the staff, and the wives are they're the ones that make it go. And because they are taking care of things at home right now, so this coaching staff can dive into this football team. And when your kids are young and they're going through school, it's very challenging. And so I am so thankful for the wives that we have and enable this coaching staff to help our young men. And then repeating myself, the football fans and us leaving the field at halftime was incredible. They were charged up and standing up and for this team, and they're going to show up. They're going to show up in Ford Field.